Evening, everybody. Welcome to a special edition of ACA Live. It's been an interesting 24 hours, as I think a lot of people in the catfish world know. But from that came a great big win. There have been so many people that have helped out and made what happened today possible. We've got a few with us tonight, which I'm going to bring in. We have Mark Johnson, Stacy Gaston, Chris Ramsey with Pipeline. Guys, how you feeling tonight?
I feel good. I'm excited about what took place today.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah, very, very exciting time. It's a pleasure to see the catfish community coming together and achieving something like this. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Let me give you a little background. Yesterday, Mark, I think it was about 5 o'clock. We were planning on going live for our first time for ACA Live Monday nights at 8 o'clock right here at ACA Live. And Mark calls me up. And I always know it's Mark because his number comes in restricted.
Yeah.
So I answered the phone. I said, "Hey, what's up, Mark?" He said, "Glenn, we're in trouble." I went, "Oh, what? Now what?" And he explained to me what he uncovered, buried. Well, Mark, you tell the story. You found the bill buried in some other legislation, right?
Yeah, it was attached in some House bills that were being presented this time the legislature was in session, and it really didn't have anything to do with what I was looking for, but the word catfish caught my attention. So, of course, I found it, read it a little bit more, and discovered that it was a simple, short bill that proposed to do away, supersede the 34-inch limit, and basically make Alabama waters no length limit and no creel limit for catfish in any shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah, and Mark, a little. I mean, for those that don't know you, you're one of the directors for M&J,
That's correct.
and you're also. Well, you tell them.
I'm an attorney here in Alabama, and I'm a member of the ACA and the Conservation Committee, and we take that seriously. And once we found this, we knew that once we discovered that the proponent representative of the bill that sponsored the bill was out of Jackson County, Alabama, which is up northwest corner of Alabama, where the Tennessee River enters Alabama, and down towards Lake Gunnersville is his counties there. And then one of the other sponsors of the bill was over in Florence, those counties over there on the other end of the Tennessee River that covered Wilson Lake, part of Pickwick, and back up to Wheeler. And then, of course, Lauderdale County, where Rogersville and all is, was left out. Morgan County, there was nobody from there proponent of the bill. And there was it was going to the committee that's actually the Committee of Agriculture and Agriculture and Forestry. That committee governs DNR regulations and things that Department of Natural Resources set up.
Well, after you did that, and after we finished our first ACA Live, I got a text message from Chris and from Mark and from Charlie Crook and from about a dozen other people, and away we went.
Right.
And we started in last night. I know I didn't finish up till probably about 4:30 this morning. Brian St. Alma started blowing up my phone at about 7:30. So much for getting any sleep. And we were right back into it. Chris, you were very, very instrumental in connecting up with a lot of these people today, passing along that information to us. Tell everybody what you came across.
When we first heard of the bill, I couldn't sit by and hope somebody else would do the job that we needed to be done. So I immediately started hitting the weeds. Had a lot of phone calls from people in the industry, knowing that we live right here in North Alabama and run our events here on the Tennessee River. So I just wanted to make sure me and Corey done our part to helping the industry get this thing rolling. So trying to find representatives to get a hold of. We had some ties to the city of Rogersville, so I immediately made some contacts with them. They were actually approached during their city council meeting yesterday evening with the bill, and they immediately created a, I believe it's called an article of, Glenn, you may have to help me. It's an article of opposition. Yes, that's it. Saying that they do not support that bill. So Mayor Hurston immediately jumped on and was on board with us, offered any kind of assistance that we would need. And we were actually getting together, planning on making a trip down to Montgomery Thursday morning, myself with Mayor Hurston, him involved in the economic impact of what Bama Blues done to Rogersville and Lauderdale County. And then also with me, I was going to represent the ACA, represent Bama Blues on the conservation side and the sports side of everything. And I was in constant contact with Mark all day, with you, Brian St. Alma, and a few others, a few other anglers. It definitely wasn't a you only see 4 men on here on the screen, but it wasn't just us 4 by no means. We had help. We had help from the entire industry, from bank fishermen, from tournament anglers, just people that don't want to see the catfish sector in Alabama disappear. So it was definitely a team effort for sure.
Yeah, I received emails this morning from Steve Douglas. Scott Kress had a great conversation with a gentleman named Chris DeBow. Really enjoyed that conversation. He gave us some terrific advice. And all these folks, I mean, everybody, I mean, it's, we've been saying this all along that the ACA, we designed it to be that catalyst to bring everybody together. And that's exactly what we did today. We brought everybody together. We worked as a single voice, and man, oh man, did we knock it out of the park. I had a conversation with the clerk, legislative clerk today, and she couldn't have been more helpful. We discovered that the email addresses that a lot of the legislators have are more or less collection boxes. And she offered up her email address for us to send information to so that she could pass it along to the legitimate email for these legislators. And then I was fortunate enough to have a great conversation with the chairman, Chairman Crawford, of the Agriculture and Forestry Committee. We talked about not only this bill, but other things regarding catfishing, in the state of Alabama. Obviously gill netting is one of the things. And Mark, you and I have talked about that, and we've got our work cut out for us there. But Stacy, this morning, coincidentally, you ended up knowing a little bit in advance of what was going on.
And I want to say this, Glenn, before we even get into much. What I want to say is I can't express enough, like Chris said, so many people that was working together, connecting. And I mean, a lot of people just connected a lot of these dots, and you could just jump on Facebook and you could see, hey, here's a list and here's who we need to contact. So there'll be representatives still getting emails from Chad Bryant and Charlie Crook a month from now that they probably said so many. But yes, we last night before I went to bed, I've had this opportunity to get connected to a state representative, because he got into catfishing and he'd been watching me and keeping up with me. And so last night I seen the post when Chad Bryant shared it, And the first thing I done was, hey, I forwarded and got connected with him. And this morning, I'm sitting there and he shows up at my shop, and I'm like, wow. And I get to tell you that this is something serious to me, because I love this sport, and I don't want to see it. I've seen where it's had a big effect upon my area. I don't want to see it destroyed in the Tennessee River nor anywhere. And man, we were sitting there and having conversation. Next thing I know, some things happened right there, and I'm like, wow. I hope this is going down like they're talking. So so it was all good. But I just can't express enough, guys, the ones watching this, how much I appreciate the work, the leg work, and that everybody put in. Michael Smith, he's a guy that lives here in my hometown, man. I called him this morning, and he was jumping on things and making connections. And Michael Hilliard, it's just so many people,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah,
I'm just
exactly.
so thankful for that.
Exactly. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, as we gathered information, we obviously posted it as quickly as we could get it. At noon today, we posted, and that was, I think, just after we started catching wind that the bill may be withdrawn. And everybody kept, sending me messages asking me, is it done? Is it done? Is it done? And it's like, it ain't over, until the legislative body comes back to us officially and says, yes, it has been withdrawn and it is off the agenda. And and we just kept on and on and on and on all day until we got there. And that's exactly what I think we received the call around 3:00 or so from the legislature saying, yep, it was official. It was withdrawn. So, I mean, the hundreds, if not thousands of people in the catfish community that came together today and to work so hard together to make this, this kind of result happen.
And Glenn, I'd like to say that it was people not just from Alabama, but all across the country.
Oh, yeah.
All across the country, people sent emails, they sent text messages, they sent phone calls, expressing their objection, all coming together, doing it the right way and doing it a good way. And the clerk of the court said she was inundated with phone calls all day long and emails, and not one of them was for that bill.
Right. Hundreds of them.
Hundreds. She's been fielding phone calls all day.
Yeah.
It's just a testament to the community and the catfishing family that they can come together, because, hey, this was going to have a tremendous effect on the Tennessee River, but also the rest of Alabama. Down where I live, where Stacy lives, Miller's Ferry, the Alabama River, all these places in Alabama are going to get affected by this, not just the Tennessee River. And it was going to be, Alabama has a great cat fisheries, and they made that 34-inch rule. It was one of the first in the country to do that, and it was kind of a model other people like to follow. So you can't take 3 steps back, and they need to understand that, we don't want to be in a situation that, unfortunately, some people on the Ohio River are. They've been, they're decimated by commercial fishermen. And, there's a time and a place, but to relinquish that rule is not the thing to do. And I thank everybody that made those calls and made those text messages, sent those emails, and the ACA and helping us. Y'all made the difference, promise you.
Mark, by watching today and what took place, this connection and the being organized and what we've done, it really gives you hope of what takes place in other states if we continue to just work together.
Absolutely.
And, I think there's a bright future here.
I do too. We've proven that the system can work. We can have a central body go after it and have everybody follow in behind it and show the support, and it gets a result. It takes everybody. Not one person can do it. Glenn can't do it. I can't do it. You can't do it. It takes everybody working together and showing that, hey, we're serious about this. We get, the ACA is good. We got a good resource of collecting data and being able to show economic impacts and things like that to help. But we can't do it without the members and the catfishing industry in general. back us up, and be there to support. And they showed today that they'll do that.
Hey,
And I am more than impressed, and I'm happy. We couldn't have done it without them.
hey, Mark, they heard our voice today.
You're exactly right, Stacy. You're exactly right.
Hey, Chris, don't talk so much. Chris, can you hear us?
Did we lose
Chris?
him?
Is he there? Oh, Chris.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Chris?
I'm just
There he is.
yeah, I can hear you, man. We're good. No, I'm good.
Chris, what was your takeaway from today?
Yes. Got me now, huh?
I got you. We got you.
We're
I was
good.
asking what's your takeaway from today?
Man, definitely not trying to beat a dead horse, but man, the coming together of the catfish community. Yeah, just everybody coming together. No matter who your sponsors are, no matter who you support. I got phone calls from people in Indiana, Texas and stuff like that. Man, it was great to see that people cared as much about my home state, where we call home. Because if this bill would have passed, Bama Blues would have been no more. Most everybody knows. Most of our events are on the Tennessee River. And if this would have passed, we would have been out of a job next year. If it wasn't next year, it would be very soon after. So again, kudos to everybody that came together and got this bill. Dead before it even got to the committee. I spoke with the one of the sponsors, Mr. Representative Sorrell. He was the one that his district covers Wheeler, Wilson, and Pickwick, and I never got him on the phone, but we exchanged text messages for hours today, and he was very supportive, and how I took it, he really didn't understand what he had his name on, and when I gave him our side of the pie with the sport of catfishing. What it brings to the city, what it brings to his district. He was giving me pointers on how to get in there, how to get to the committee and let our voices be heard. And he called me. He sent me a text message about 2:00 and said that he talked to the developer of the bill, and he said that it was going to die before it got to the committee, and then the ACA come out with it about an hour later. So. Like I said, just kudos to everybody. It definitely was a team effort.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, we were, and Mark can attest to this. I mean, we were writing letters all night long, press releases all night long, on the phone, starting first thing this morning, and did not stop. We were contacting anybody and everybody that would lend an ear and certainly lend assistance. And
Leon already had a ticket trying to get up here.
I did.
Somebody was going to be here on the 15th.
Anybody want a cheap ticket from Florida to Alabama? No, actually, I can use it for my visit to Decatur next week.
That's
CRP
right.
Invitational. I'm looking forward to coming up there. In fact, when I was speaking with the committee chair this afternoon. Or this morning, I should say, I invited him to stop by. So hopefully Chairman Crawford will pay a visit to the Invitational and we'll have a chance to talk further.
That would be great.
And this is what we've got to do nationwide. We've got to, build these relationships with these committees, with the commissions, and just, be very, very strategic, respectful. Express ourselves well. But what happened, today was a respectful, responsible effort. But the best thing that happened today is that we did it together.
That's right.
That's what this is all about. That's what the ACA is all about. We've been promising all along that conservation is a priority. I hope, and again, with the help of everybody, we showed off just a little bit. Again, this would not be accomplished without the help of the entire catfish community, and especially these gentlemen that you see on the screen right now. And I thank you all so very, very much for your help.
Hey, Glenn.
Yes, sir.
I would also suggest that everybody listening to this all across the country try to pay attention to your own home state's legislature. Go every now and then to their website and just look at what bills are being presented,
right,
so that you can help us catch things like this that may come across in your state, that may affect your fishery, so that we can take immediate appropriate action, rally the troops, so to speak, again, because this is not only going to happen in Alabama. It might happen in Texas. It might happen in Tennessee. It might happen in Kentucky, wherever, Virginia, Missouri. We need to be prepared and need to be ready, but we've got to know about it. We've got to know about it.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes that legislative stuff, you get mumbo jumbo and you get lost in it, but we've got to keep a check on that, and it helps to have somebody can let us know. And the people that live in individual states, you have access to your legislatures on the website, and you can keep kind of every now and then checking to see what kind of bills they're running through, and if anything affects, your Department of Conservation, Natural Resources, and go from there.
David Funk says that we should all go to a party at my house.
I agree.
Leave it to David Funk to come up with a party at my house. David, how come we don't have a party at your house? Great guy. A lot of fun. Anyways, thank you. Hey, Mark, I like that hat.
There, I thought you might. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I got something to show people. Where is it? Hang on 1 second.
I thought you might. Yeah. I got something to show people. Where is it? Hang on 1 second.
Leather patch.
A new hat.
Leather patch.
I need one of those.
Oh, limited quantity. These are actually samples. Isn't that cool?
I like that a lot. Yes, sure do.
So, anyways, guys, I can't again express how thankful I am, and everybody else that was out there helping. Brian St. Elmer was feeding us information, all day long, which was terrific. You can't keep track of everything. You kind of need that funnel, of information, and from there we're able to accomplish so much. Chris, last night, as I was putting together the information for people to contact the various legislators, was feeding me information so that I wasn't having to dig it. It saved me all sorts of time. Just little things like that mean everything.
Having all the alliance members shared it on their tournament trail post, that did a lot to spread the word to individual fishermen and anglers across the country. And you never know who's got a little bit of information they can pass back, but they've got to know about it. So, hey, word can spread like wildfire through the Facebook, and all these tournament directors and people like Stacy, who has a show, and everybody knows, and word gets around quick, and people react. And I'm proud of everybody's reaction and the help they gave everything. That it just made it happen.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely fantastic. Hey, Chris, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Did you catch ACA live last night?
I did. Yeah, I did.
How do you think your brother did?
Man, I give him an A+. Man, he had to scramble, and he had some technical difficulties. But hey, for the first time, by himself, I was stuck at the fire station, couldn't get off. So jam up job for him. So I'm doing my part alone today. But I was very happy with him. I think for the first ACA live show, we got a lot to look forward to in the near future. So,
yeah, I got to get a new computer. This computer absolutely is horrible for this live stuff. It's too slow. It's a dog. So, but thank you, brother, for last night as well. And Chris, again, thank you, brother, for all your help. Big time.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
you, Chris.
Mark, what do you got coming up?
Well, everybody's got the CR Invitational coming up next week. You know, everybody will be there for that. M&J's got our next tournament's May the 15th, I think, on the Apalachicola River, big flathead country. So everybody welcome to come out and fish. It'll be a good time. So we just got through with the tournament last weekend, our April tournament. We had 6 teams caught over 100 pounds. Big tournament, had a new trail record set for a flathead. It was 40 over 45 pounds. So that's come out of Lake Seminole. So that we had a really good turnout, a lot of good people, a lot of happy people. And we look forward to seeing everybody on May the 10th, 15th. So
Terrific.
there we go.
And both you and the Ramsey brothers with the Bama Blues are both Alliance members. And next week, if you're going to be at the CR Invitational or not, because I think it's going to be fed live, we're going to unveil the CR giveaway boat.
Oh, excellent. Well,
Yeah.
me and Marty will be there at CR tournament next week.
Yeah, so we're going to unveil it. It's actually being wrapped right as we speak. And it's
Okay.
cool. It's going to be really cool.
I know Marty and I look forward to seeing everybody up there and
Yeah,
getting together with everybody and fishing and having a good time. So
same here. SmackDown, baby. Let's go. What do you got going on?
Hey, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody next weekend. I got a guy here in my hometown that's got a sea art, man, and he's got me on the boat with him next week, and I look forward to seeing everybody, just having a great time.
You know, that's the most fun. You know, the heck with the fishing. I enjoy spending time with everybody.
yeah.
It seems like it's already starting to build up, the camaraderie, and just the excitement of everybody being there. It's going to be fun.
It is.
CR does such a great job on so many levels. And again, any opportunity we have to thank Steve Henderson and his crew at CR, we certainly want to take advantage of that. So, again, CR, Steve Henderson, thank you.
I'm going to get Stacey to show me how to line up my SmackDown holders I got now. So
yeah. Chris, you're gonna be at the Invitational, right?
Yep. Me and Corey and a few of our Bama Blues guys. We've already reached out to Steve Henderson. We're going to lend a hand. 200 boats for anybody is tough to handle. So we're going to be there. Unfortunately, we're not going to fish it, but we're going to extend a helping hand and try to make CR as smooth as possible.
You guys do that. You guys do that at so many events. It's so great that you help out the way you do.
They do a good job. They
really do.
They do a phenomenal job.
They do a great job.
Appreciate that.
They give and give, that's for sure.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. I was talking to Chris today, and I suggested to him that he run for office. What do you think?
No, absolutely not.
Lauderdale County Representative, I vote for him.
Absolutely.
I think he'd be very, very good at it. I really do.
He has the temperament for it.
Yeah,
he does.
Like I told you on the phone, I have a couple characteristics I'm not going to say on here, but would not make me a good politician. So I enjoy doing the tournament stuff, so I'm gonna stick to that.
Oh, guys, it's I'm so glad that tonight we can be laughing and enjoying ourselves and celebrating, everybody's, hard work and great efforts versus the alternative. I certainly wasn't looking forward to getting on a plane and turning it around all that quick, but we got to do what we got to do.
Hey, Glenn, I went to bed last night thinking about Aaron had called me, and I was about being at the meeting. And I went to bed last night and woke up this morning thinking about what am I going to say if I had to go to this meeting. I was already trying to figure out what I was going to write down, what I was going to say.
In between phone calls today, I was writing things, creating bullet points. That's what I normally do. I'll create a bullet point and then expound on each one to try to figure out exactly what to say. And I knew that we'd have a certain time limit, and there was a lot of stuff that we needed to get across to them. But anyways, it worked out obviously to the advantage of the catfish community, and that's what counts.
And now we know the people that can possibly help us create some possible legislation in the future.
Oh, I mean, again, today was again, and maybe I'm repeating myself. Today was a perfect example of what can happen if we come together as a whole, as a group, as one. And that's what we've been, talking about since day one. Let's get together, make a difference. Let's work together. And that's exactly what can happen when we do
that. The big positive is obviously getting the bill dead before it even got started, but also the contacts that we made through the state of Alabama. The Commissioner of Conservation, Glenn, you said you talked to the chairman of the Agricultural Board. So I mean, there was a lot of contacts made in the last 24 hours that's going to help us keep Alabama's fisheries where they're at, and not make them better.
Yeah, I mean, and again, as we said earlier, I mean, having the opportunity to speak with the chair today of the commission, the clerk, the legislative clerk, it's relationship building. It's they beginning to know us, we beginning to know them, and
opening doors.
Yeah. I mean, we're not
doors.
We're not looking to beat people up. We're not looking to be demanding. We're looking to establish partnerships for the betterment of certainly of the sport of catfishing, but also it's going to really benefit the states that embrace this kind of regulation reform. And there were a lot of people we talked to in Alabama today that were very surprised at the numbers. That catfishing represents now probably close to 9 million anglers that target catfishing every year. Now, it's safe to say it's probably the second largest segment in the recreational fishing industry, a $50 billion industry. And when it comes to catfishing, I think that Alabama ranks at least the top 3 to 4 as far as destinations for catfishing. So,
I mean, some of the
hear that
representative I talked to, mine here, he had no idea. And Jeff Sarles over in Geneva County, the Pea River, the Chattahoochee River, there's massive catfish over there that don't get, there's a whole fishery over there that doesn't get fished. And they'd had no idea the impact. They didn't know anything about tournament catfish, nor that people recreational catfish for trophy catfish. And so a lot of, like I said in the beginning, a lot of this is educating our legislators on really what's out there they're not really aware of.
No. And that's, and that's where we come in. I mean, we
that's right.
We'll educate everyone that we speak to about it. And it's always fun to get to see the reaction. You tell them that there's, 8 million, 9 million, anglers that target catfishing, at the recreational fishing industry is, $50 billion, and catfishing represents, 20-25% of that. And wow, do they perk up.
Yeah. So, hey, catfishing continues to go like it is. I'm telling you, if it grows as much in the next 5 years as it has in the past 5, it's going to be booming.
Well, Stacy, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife did their report in 2016, where they classified catfish as the third largest segment at 8.1 million anglers. The panfish were at number 2 at 8.4. And I tell this story a lot. I'm going to say it again. I was talking to Larry Muse. This is, oh my God, almost a year ago now. And he said, well, the only reason panfish is number 2 is we need bait.
Hey, and I'm gonna say this: if we can ever get some national recognition, maybe with TV or something, because there's a lot of people that's out there that don't even know that we're catching these fish with rod and reel. And when they find out about this, I'm telling you, half the people I see, if you show pictures to them, the first thing they want to know, well, did you catch him on a jug? Did you catch? No, we caught him on rod and reel. And they're like, what? This is, and you tell them you catch fish in a catfish tournament, and they're like, I've never even heard of that. And so when the word gets on out into the beyond this little community, there's no way that you're going to tell me when they see a guy pulling a 60+ pound catfish out of a live well on national TV, it's over. It's over. I'm telling you.
Oh, I'll tell you. Well, again, for those that don't know, I'm in South Florida, and anybody that sees pictures of the catfish that are being pulled out of the rivers and lakes, they look at it and go, "Let me see that picture again. Look at the size of that thing. I got to go catfishing." And it's true. I mean, I remember last year up in Helena, I was on the Mississippi with George Young, one of the founders and co-directors of the ACA. We were out there bumping, and it was a blast. I mean, I think I'm not sure if George outfished me or I outfished George. I think I came close to outfishing George. Close. I didn't say I did. Close. George, the last fish that you caught should have been mine. Oh, that's all I got to say.
Well, let me tell you, if you think Mr. Bill Dance was one of the only people ever did his fishing shows, he would do a catfish show, national show on the Mississippi River a lot back when I was growing up in the 80s. Even he would have the occasional show, and now Chris Souders has his show that comes on the Pursuit Channel. The only other one I know of devoted to catfishing. And now I know that B&M's coming out with a guy that's producing some shows that's going to focus strictly on catfishing. And maybe we get some people to somehow cover a tournament like the Sea Arc tournament, put some cameras in boats and go to certain places, follow certain boats around during a tournament. I'm like Stacy, it's going to blow up. People are going to see what's happening live and in real time. They go, hey, I want to be a part of that. That looks like fun.
Hey, Mark, they ever see one of them rods bent over double and you just hanging on everything you got? They're gonna want to go somewhere then and buy them a rod wrist. We gotta go try this.
That's right.
I can't say too much, but Mark, what you're talking about, Stacy, as far as exposure on a national level like that, it's coming.
No, that's good.
It's coming. I mean, it's one of the big things, and I don't know if you guys are aware of this, is SpaceX with the Starlink system is going to be a game changer for us, because the internet connection that you can get pretty much anywhere is going to be stellar. So live feeds are going to be starting to really become well produced and viewable without the choppiness, and
that'll be excellent.
Oh yeah. So I mean, it's all coming. It's all coming. Yeah. Chris and Corey do a great job with their live feeds. We try every year with MRM. The connection that we have there is horrible, so it's always a challenge. But Cat Masters does a great job, and so many other tournaments now are trying to do their live feeds, and when they have a connection, so it's coming. It's crawl before you walk before you run, but it's all coming together. And I think within the next couple of years, it's going to be amazing what you're going to see out of catfishing. So,
all right.
But guys, Chris, you need to turn on a light.
My beauty light's running out here. I'm gonna leave us with this, and I'm gonna say something that Corey said on Facebook a little earlier. If you're sitting here watching this, not an ACA member, if you've seen what we done in the last 24 hours as a group, if you were sitting there waiting to see if the ACA was real, we as a group just proved that if we come together, we can do big things. So if you're not a member, join up and help us in the fight.
Yeah, and a lot of people ask, I mean, what does my $50 membership get me? Well, what it gets you is as part of the catfish community and helping catfishing, moving the sport forward. there are so many benefits on the site, so many benefits that are coming. The discount program is phenomenal. Mark, you saved $100, I think. What? Where was that? You saw it at the hotel?
Yeah, that was for next week.
Well, for next week, you saved $100.
I saved $70 a night.
You save $70 a night with the ACA discount program?
Yeah, well, and then over what, like booking.com, I saved $30 over that.
So you saved a total of $100 a night.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
you're buying dinner, brother.
Sure did. Yeah, I called Marty. I said, "Hey, you need to go on the ACA discount site and look at this motel this way." And yeah, they dropped the price. Good. It was very, very reasonable.
That's fantastic. Well, guys, we're losing Chris little by little here.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hop off here. Glenn, Mark, Stacy, again, thank you guys for everything y'all done, and in the whole catfish community as a whole. I'm gonna get out of here before my screen turns black. So, so again, thanks everybody for pitching in and killing this bill before it got started. So, thank you guys.
Yes. Thank you very, very much.
Hey, Glenn, thank you for all the hard work you did too, by the way, buddy.
Yeah, I couldn't do it without you guys. I just want to get some sleep.
Well, get some sleep, and everybody, y'all join the ACA.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, hey, you know, that would be fantastic if we can get the whole catfish community to start joining in and helping us out. There's nothing that we can't accomplish. Nothing.
That's right.
But those that have joined, thank you for your support. Those that haven't, consider it. Everybody that's helped out today, members or not, thank you.
That's right.
Huge.
I you know, there's a lot of people that probably aren't members, but they were just as important as the ones that were in making this accomplishment, by the way.
My hat's off to everyone who helped.
That's
so
exactly
much.
right.
I'm so happy for this.
That's right. Thank you, Stacy. You're exactly right.
And Mark, you probably fished in some waters where they have been damaged greatly.
Yes.
And if you have not experienced that, I'm telling you, I don't want it to happen nowhere else. No. It's a tough situation.
That's exactly
and I'm so happy for this.
Me too. Great step forward.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what. Today was a big day. I can't tell you how happy I am that we all came together and we pulled this thing off. Huge. Thank you. All right. What do you think, guys? Anything else?
I think we about got it covered. Just, we'll just keep on trucking.
Yeah.
See y'all next week. Hope to see everybody at CR and get together and have a good time.
Stacy, Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
We're going straight
down him and Joe.
Wait, I want to make sure because I got this wrong tonight. 7 o'clock Central Time.
Hey, well, you know what? And you said you got your information. I think he's watching because he messaged me a while ago. And he asked me, said, "You still want me to be on your program?" Which was Aaron Churchwell, and he's on a different time schedule than I am.
Yeah. It's all Aaron's fault. By the way,
all Aaron's fault.
By the way, Aaron was out fishing today. He was teaching his wife how to bump. Robin, thank you. Her new nickname?
Bobby Joe.
Nope. Bouncing Bobby. Remember that. The next time you see Robin, her new nickname is Bouncing Bobby.
Bouncing Bobby. Okay.
Glenn, I actually was talking to him this morning. Said, "I'm going, Karen. We're going to teach you how to bounce." And I told her, I said, "You better hang on that rod and reel. One's going to jerk it out of your hand." And I look up and she's holding this big old catfish, and I'm like, she had to be holding on to that rod and reel. That thing would have snatched it out of her hand.
So Stacy, Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central.
That's
right.
See, that's Aaron screwed me up.
SmackDown Catfish, him and Joe. It's a good show. Everybody needs to tune in and watch it. They do a great job.
I just got some high-speed internet too, and I got me a new laptop. Man, I had a guy donate me a a great new laptop, so I'm ready for my next show. So I'm hoping that I don't have all that lag and I can do all the stuff I need to do now.
You got to get a green screen.
I may do that, and I'm able to get a green screen now because my I've got enough speed and the internet connection now. I think I can do it.
Oh, good. Yeah. No, it's I mean, this is a huge studio. Absolutely enormous. No, it's not.
Right.
It's a spare bedroom. You know, the power of technology, right? Well, guys, we'll wrap it up. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Mark,
Thanks for letting us encroach on your night, Stacy, to report this important information.
Yes, sir,
Thank you
man.
for that.
This is important to me. What happened today is valuable to me.
Yeah, well, thank you for that, and thank you for being agreable to that.
Yes, sir.
Mark, you're the hero. You're the hero, man. You uncovered this thing.
Hey, you're the man, because I'm telling you, we were just a couple of days away, and bam, we didn't know nothing about this.
That's right.
Right. Well, we get the word out.
The next time you call me, Mark, you don't start it off by saying, "Glenn, we're in trouble."
I'll say, Glenn, we got a problem.
Yeah. Alabama, we got a problem. Was it Houston? We have a problem. Alabama, we got
a problem, but we got to remain diligent because we got, you never know what'll happen again, and I hope we can use this opportunity to do something good with it too. By the way, in the future,
every experience like this should be a learning one.
Yeah. Please, y'all guys that are in other states, if y'all hear something, Mississippi, anywhere, let us know so we can, get the same response out. We can do this, and not just Alabama. We'll do this in anywhere in the country. So we just have to know about it.
So can I put a plug in here? Anybody that's out there listening that will view this, if you're not an ACA member, come join us, would you please? www.jointheaca.com. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. We got all sorts of resources, benefits. You're helping out the catfish community, and you're helping situations like this immensely. This is what it's all about. These conservation efforts, this regulation reform. We need everybody's help, everybody's participation, and we certainly appreciate those that have already joined, and we look forward to those that are considering it and join the ACA soon. So I'm going to see you guys in Decatur.
We will be there.
Gonna be there.
Terrific.
Bells on.
Terrific.
Casey's gonna have me some skipjacks, so I'm gonna pick them up.
All right, man. Let's call it a night. I'm going to bed.
All right. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Yes. Good afternoon.